You already know which habits you want to stop. You've identified them, you've promised to change them, you've even tried, and yet they return. Not because you lack discipline, not because you lack intelligence, but because habits are not surface behaviors. They are neurological shortcuts reinforced by survival wiring. When a habit forms, it doesn't sit lightly in your mind. It becomes embedded in the brain's efficiency system. The brain's primary goal is not improvement. It is conservation of energy and maintenance of stability. Once a behavior reliably solves a problem, even temporarily, the brain stores it as a preferred solution. Stress to scroll, loneliness to message someone, anxiety arrow, avoid the task, boredom to eat, overwhelm to procrastinate. At first, these responses feel like choices. Over time, they become default settings. Here's what makes them difficult to break. Habits are attached to relief. The brain is far more motivated by the removal of discomfort than by the pursuit of abstract goals. Long-term improvement does not compete well against immediate emotional relief. When a habit reduces tension, even slightly, dopamine reinforces the loop. Not because the behavior is good, because it worked. Imagine someone trying to quit late-night scrolling. During the day, they are committed, motivated, rational. But at night, when exhaustion lowers cognitive control and the mind feels overstimulated, the old cue appears, fatigue mixed with mental noise. Scrolling provides distraction and mild reward. Relief. In that moment, the brain is not comparing future productivity to present behavior. It is solving discomfort. The loop runs because it has run before. Habits are hard to break because they live below conscious intention. Another reason they persist is identity. When you repeat something long enough, you stop seeing it as something you do and start seeing it as something you are. I'm just bad at consistency. I've always had a temper. I'm not disciplined. These statements feel factual, but they are rehearsed narratives formed around repeated loops. Once identity fuses with habit, breaking the behavior feels like destabilizing the self. The brain resists that instability. There is also a biological factor. Repeated behaviors strengthen neural pathways through myelination. The brain insulates frequently used circuits, making them faster and more automatic. The path of least resistance becomes literal. Breaking a habit means forcing the brain to abandon an efficient route and build a slower one. The brain does not enjoy inefficiency. This is why the first days of change feel exhausting. You are overriding automation with conscious effort. You are dragging behavior back into awareness, and awareness consumes energy. But there is another layer most people miss. Habits are context dependent. They are tied to environments, times of day, emotional states, and even specific people. Remove someone from their usual environment and certain habits weaken instantly. Place them back into it and the behaviors return. A relatable example. Someone eats healthier while traveling or during a structured program. Then they return home. Same kitchen, same couch, same evening routine, and the old pattern resurfaces. The cue was never removed. Only the location changed temporarily. Habits don't disappear because motivation increases. They weaken when cues change and rewards shift. There's also the discomfort barrier. When you attempt to break a habit, you remove the familiar reward, but leave the original discomfort intact. The stress, boredom, loneliness, or anxiety still shows up. But now the old relief mechanism is gone. The brain interprets this as loss, and it will push you to restore balance. This is why relapse feels automatic. It is not a moral failure. It is a system seeking stability. So what actually weakens a habit? Not shame, not self-criticism, not extreme bursts of willpower. Habits weaken when the loop is observed clearly. When you pause and identify, what was the cue? What emotion was present? What relief did the behavior provide? That awareness shifts the pattern from automatic to conscious. And once something becomes conscious, it can be redesigned. The brain formed the habit through repetition. It can unform it through interruption and replacement, but it requires patience because you are not just changing behavior. You are rewiring prediction. The brain must learn that a new action also resolves discomfort. Until it experiences that relief repeatedly, it will default to the old shortcut. Habits are hard to break because they are not random actions. They are practiced solutions to emotional problems. And emotional problems do not disappear simply because you declare new intentions. The next time you feel stuck in a loop, stop asking, why can't I change? Instead ask, what discomfort is this habit protecting me from? Because once you identify what the habit is solving, you stop fighting the behavior blindly, and you start building something stronger in its place.